Welcome back, Fatal Fury fans. It's been a while since I've actually done a Fatal Fury game. Just go around, we're going to take a look at Fatal Fury 3, Road to the Final Victory for the Neo Geo, weighing it in at a hefty 266 megs, and released in 1995. Okay, well, this is where the game between Fatal Fury Special and this game is. It's a huge graphical overhaul, huge sound overhaul. Some things as far as gameplay are good, some things as far as gameplay are bad. Cast of characters, it's taken a dip. I think with the bosses, it adds it to 13. Whereas in the previous game, you had a shit ton more. Things happen. But it seemed to focus heavily on just a particular set of characters, more story-driven. And the graphics appear to be done by like newer type of artists. And from what I understand, rumor has it that a lot of Capcom employees left to go to SNK. So, whereas the previous games usually had your middle plane and your background plane, here you have your foreground, your middle, and your background, which can get quite fucking annoying, especially with the computer spamming it all the time. Because your middle plane, of course, you can stay on there, but your foreground and background plane, you have a limited amount of time to stay on them. And if you know how to use it correctly, I mean, it could be an advantage, but it can be annoying when the AI spams the shit out of it. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, like I said, you can access, if you look here, you can unlock the bosses. You can do it via code too, but that code is a motherfucker to put in. I remember it for the Neo Geo CD, and I ain't got no patience to be putting that in like that. Alright, so no load. The gameplay style hasn't really changed that much. It's very similar to the previous game as far as the, buttons are concerned. Alright, and here's your cast of characters here. Here's your first appearance of Blue Mary. Han Fu. Okay, you got your regular cast. Here's Ryuji Yamazaki's the bodyguard to the Jin twins. And the Jin twins are, if I can move my damn controller around. I don't know why I can't focus getting one there. There we go. There's one there. And there goes the other one there. And the focus is between these two brothers. They're not, and one's not a brother and one's a sister. I believe they're two boys, from what I'm not mistaken. I think they are. Or if there is a sister, they're identical. And basically it focuses around them and a bunch of scrolls. The scrolls supposedly have whatever limited power. And they have their bodyguard, Ryuji Yamazaki, guarding them. And he's just trying to get a hold of these stupid scrolls, and he just keeps on fucking being revived more times than Jesus. It's just annoying after a while. It's kind of the same plot over and over again. But here, this pays homage to the old school Fatal Fury where, you got to pick where you go first and all. So let's go to Blue Mary. Now, like I said, the biggest thing about this game, I said, is the graphical overhead. That's the one thing I noticed when I had this game way back in the day. When I had this for the Neo CD, is the graphics are well drawn, very colorful. Like I said, it looked like there were new people at SNK designing the game. Because it seemed from this point on, the games would get obviously better looking, and which is awesome. There's nothing like having fresh blood in a company. Here's that annoying switching shit. And the only thing is the gameplay does take kind of a hit, because whereas the previous game had some pretty solid controls, here it seems it's taken a dip as far as control-wise. Or at least that's what's appearing to me. Because things don't seem to come out as often or as frequent as I would like, so which kind of sucks ass, especially when you're in the mid or trying to do combinations. Also, another thing too I do not like about the game is it just seems to be a tad more difficult, which is okay if you are later on in the game, but it just seems to the AI seems exactly when to hit you at a particular point, which can get really annoying. And as you see, the backgrounds change depending upon the time of day and thing, which is really neat. Adds a little element to the game of like some little graphical elements. It's really cool. Whoa. Also, another cute little graphical element is if you hit your character a certain way, they'll either fly into the background and hit something, or they'll fly forward. Kind of sort of like an a la Turtles in Time type of dealie. And the one thing too is I do like the music a lot in this game. I mean, the sound effects are pretty, you know, standard, but the music I just seem to really like a lot. A lot of instruments going on. Just a lot of, it's just very bass pumped. It's just got a lot of, style to it. Very individualized, and I think it's really awesome. And I believe this might be the first Fatal Fury game where they actually start scoring you, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know in the real back games that would continue on as far as progression, and I believe with boss you'd fight too, if I'm not mistaken. Which is really nice. And like I said, backgrounds are nice. You got the Pow Pow Cafe. You can also air block too. And as you see right there, you flew towards the foreground. Very nicely done, very nice scaling, no choppiness, very fluid. Airport. Here's one of the newer characters, Franco Bosch. A lot of humor in the game. And like I said, this game features Ryuji Yamazaki, which is one of my favorite kind of like bad guy villain besides Geese. Nice sound effects when you hit the grate on the ground. But there's not much more to say about this game. This game came out to like almost everything, to be honest with you. It came out for the Neo CD, came out for the AS, the MVS. Shit, it came out as a Battle Archives for PS2, which is actually a pretty damn good set, I ain't gonna lie. Shit, see if I can knock him out, there we go. I think it even came out for the PC, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, yeah, I think it did. I mean, there's so many ways to actually enjoy this game, especially if you're a Fatal Fury fan, that it's unreal. So, I mean, if emulation is the only way you can actually get, you know, hold the game, fine, but there are a zillion ways to actually play this game. I love the details in the background and all. Very, very lush, very colorful. If you see in the background, you got a little bit of, if you see the training dummy on the thing, it's like Geese Howard, which is really cool. Like a nice little touches they got in here. And when you do certain things in the background, you'll see like the turtle over there, you know, go back into his shell. Really nice graphical effects. It shows that they paid a lot of attention to detail. The only thing is, I wish they would have paid a lot more attention to the gameplay. But do I recommend getting it? Absolutely. Like I said, if you can find it for the right price, then go for it. I think it's a decent game, but there are some frustrating elements to it, especially with the AI, which can get annoying as shit at times. But once you can get past that, it's not a bad game at all. It really isn't. I think this game gets really shitted upon for, you know, some elements of the gameplay, but I think it's still actually enjoyable. Not as enjoyable as the real bout series, but you can actually appreciate and see where the concepts came from and all. Woo. Alright then, I'm going to leave you with a bit more gameplay, and then I'm out of here. Alright then, take care.